Hey, it's Gus. What's up, man?
Hey, traders. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. And we're just going to do exactly what we do like literally every day except for like yesterday. I don't know, yesterday, even on my birthday, and Bitcoin making historical highs, you know, on the weekly close, we still did all the TA. I mean, how many requested were covered yesterday, right? So here we are on your favorite asset of all time, you know, the one that you always want to know about, and it's still sitting at that pattern completion zone of the bear shark, still sitting at the, you know, which is the 88.6% retrace, also sitting at the 1.618 fib extension of the A, B, C, D structure, and the inflection point from March, right? So, and I'm talking $61,788.45 is literally that wick high to the cent. Okay, I made sure of it today, and you're like flirting with it, right? Look at this. I mean, the past, 10 minutes, you've been above it and below it like 20 times. So that is just being tested still. You just don't know if, I mean, it seemed pretty strong, right? I mean, a couple times, you know, even today we sold off and fell below 60K briefly, but now you're right back up near $62,000. So I guess we can say that's a reaction, 3 days of doing nothing. We'll go to a cleaner chart too, just so you don't you want to see it more simple, that's completely fine. Right here, I mean, you've got, this is just to tether. I'll just plot this 1 wick right here. But this is it, you see that. That's what you're flirting with for days now. And the question is, can you really break it? Because if you do, you're going straight up to $63,565. Like, no problem, and that's all-time highs. It will be, if you close right now where it is, at least on this chart, it will be the 4th highest daily candle close of all time in 1 hour and 50 minutes, a little under 2 hours. So very strong. I mean, there's no like, hey, you're not at a critical support, you're at a critical resistance right now.
Named their ETF listing BTF so that it was funny to share a little.
Yep.
Hope you have a nice day.
Buy the effing dip is the ticker for Valkyrie. Now they're not going live tomorrow, are they? I know one is, because we have 2 Bitcoin futures ETFs. I know one's is getting listed tomorrow, be the first day of trading, but then the other one might be Wednesday or Thursday. So derivatives, you know, they're not following spot, so I don't think it's really a good idea. I mean, you know, if your parents are asking about a Bitcoin ETF, should they put their money in? It's like, what is wrong with just owning spot price Bitcoin? It's so easy. Oh, one instructs another person to open Coinbase and then make sure they have an account, and then they make a Coinbase Pro, right? They just log into coinbasepro.com, and then one would just use that to own the asset, and then they can take it, you know, cold storage, whatever they want to do. But, you know, if anything, if you would wait till, right, spot price ETF versus futures. Anyway, yeah, it's really dumb, I think, and it's just like, what's the whole point of crypto? Not for ETFs to be created of them, or at least the derivative, the futures market. Okay, so that's your Bitcoin. That's where you are. Critical area, certainly at a resistance, and you've been stuck at this resistance for days now. And just to recap, the weekly, which was certainly the highest close of all time yesterday, and just hanging on. That seems like 3 white soldiers, right? Pretty nice. 3 weeks in a row, and we're talking the asset in 3-week period is up 52+%. Incredible. Yeah, and we've always talked about Bitcoin punishes the sideliners, right?
How is Hex looking?
Interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. Hit a 1.618 fib extension, the pattern completion zone of the bullish butterfly, and a crazy looking bullish hammer, Japanese candlestick reversal was painted. And we'll look at it. Thanks for the 20 pounds, Ben S. And thank you earlier before the stream started, Common Retrace for the 20. And thanks Gus for subbing to the channel, because Gus, we met when I was at that VIP popular spot, you know, for like my birthday or whatever. I know the DJ, you know, that story. Well, he was the one that would, like, we hung out. Like, he was sitting there, he was having to gatekeep all these drunk people trying to get up on the VIP. And he's like, no, you shall not pass. So we just had a good conversation and all that. And yeah, so he's here. I think he's watching the stream right now. What's up, Gus, dude? Cheers. Okay, so that's your weekly. Now let's, I guess we can just, other than that, I mean, what else is there to talk about? It's like, it's already been talked about, man. Ethereum, bearish engulfing candle developing on the daily, added an 88% retrace from your previous discernible swing high to low, right? High to low, you are reacting. You are reacting, high to low. There it is. It's exactly where reactions occur, right? You run up 88% and you start selling off. So, underperforming Bitcoin. A lot of things are today. Bitcoin dominance pumped pretty hard today. I mean, somewhat anyway. It was, my alert went off. So this is where you say, all right, if you're gonna pull back here, bullish 5-0. Aren't you looking for a bullish 5-0 here? Because we have a bearish shark. Bearish shark that just hit the PCZ. A perfect one, right? And now we're looking for the 50% pullback, and that would be the entry area. Assuming we had some sort of edge or confirmation low, like you'd be looking for a 3,300 just for a textbook bullish shark entry before, you know, this. All right, that's what we'll be looking for. Pretty interesting. All right, you had the pattern, you had the bullish 5-0, the major one, and now you created another bear shark, and now you're kind of reacting at that bear shark PCZ. It's pretty cool, the fractals going on here. Same thing we saw back here in March. Right, if you remember, you see all these patterns, right, what they're doing, and then you look back, and it's like, wow, look at this. Same thing. Right, loses 61% of its value, and then reverses and goes berserk to over $4,000. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It's you have to look at this chart every time when you're like, why are these altcoins just not doing that well? And Bitcoin's okay, and it's doing okay. Why are my S coins not pumping? It's like the Bitcoin dominance. Look at it. It's like rallying. It's up 0.62% today, but it's been going, man. There's a reason why this was identified, and actually, for the first time in the history of the Patreon, it was Bitcoin Dominance had a trade setup. I posted a Bitcoin Dominance trade setup because it is following traditional technical analysis too perfectly. It made too much sense. I'm gonna have this up. Hold on. Yep, I do. All right. So like, everything you could have dreamed of was right here, man. There it is. All the crazy, insane, bullish divergence, PCZ of harmonics, low risk, confirmation lows. All right, you're on your way. We're working it. We're almost there, dude. You're almost to the first target. Imagine being like someone that says, I can't believe this guy would use traditional technical analysis on Bitcoin dominance. That's not how it works. Well, it's like, it's working. It's working. Maybe not your trash system, but the harmonics, it is working. Yeah, cool. It's helping, it's giving us some insight, applying traditional technical analysis to market cap dominance for Bitcoin. Wonderful. So that just like you would think, hey, if Bitcoin dominance is bottoming out, probably not the best thing for altcoins. They could still go up in value, but that just means they're probably going to underperform the living crap out of Bitcoin itself. So that's probably not very good for Bitcoin pairs, which a lot of them have dumped lately bad. Okay, so that's the culprit. Bitcoin dominance. Your altcoins getting wrecked because of that, or they're just not doing that well. And I'm kind of just getting a little like jaded by it, because how many of these freaking S coins are sitting at these inflection points that they broke above, and now they're back testing mass support, and they've been there holding, and they're just not going anywhere. This is exactly where market participants should be placing bids, and no one's buying. Right? I mean, just you've had successful mass, something like Maker, dude. It's just like you had a really nice structure, you rallied off the bottom, you got above an inflection point, you confirmed the bottom like with the second test, you rallied just a lower high, now you're just selling them again. It's like trash. Like, what is it doing? Can't break the 200 moving average. Still making a higher low than previous low for now, but just now is it head and shoulders developing or something? Like storage, man? Like, really? Like, what is this crap, man? We're confirming a bottom, we're rallying, and no one buys this trash, and it sells off again, and now it's, oh, we're going to bullish engulfing candle and almost become invalidated. It's like, what a loser. Like, this is just bad. It's just bad performance. It's not catching bids. No one's buying it. There's no demand for it, even at a critical inflection point. That's why we say trades can certainly fail. That's why stop losses below these levels, because of this crap. Just the season, not for altcoins. Not alt season right now, if you haven't noticed. Right, like OXT down 7%. FTM down almost 4%. VeChain down 3.5%. Link down almost 4%. Right, like I think VeChain's another one. It's like, well, it can't break a resistance. Looks like it's just trying and trying and failing and failing and failing. Could roll over. So anyway, that's it, dude. Let's go to the S&P 500 because no one cares about crypto, I guess. Not today anyway, because it's not pumping. What a
Mitch,
nice freaking rally.
Check out the Athens analog June to November 2017.
So BK, thanks for the fuck. And thanks to the 753 people here. And we've been live like 16 minutes. And now we've gone into like some of what's been going on in crypto. We look at the traditional markets too, the S&P 500. You're on your way, right? We're talking about what, 4,500, like an 886. The dragon broke out, momentum shifted above resistance. I mean, you're above all real major resistance till probably all-time highs. So what a nice recovery on a 5% drawdown, first 5% drawdown we had in a long time. So all's well, you know, Microsoft hitting all-time highs. That's a market mover. Amazon, incredible performance today. I mean, they all did. All the FANG stocks did great. Netflix was okay. And then you had semiconductors that also did really well. So that's your S&P. You got the Dow Jones Industrial. Look at your Dow Jones. Gap up upon gap up. And now you're above, wow, the top of the range. You broke out in your holding from May 7th, right? You just think, it just kind of feel weird about these gaps. And it's like, don't you think these gaps would fill? But yeah, the accumulation, the harmonic ending up looking pretty good. You know, upside here. High to low, you're upside $36,209. The 1272 of extension minimum. If this is going to actually roll, and you know, it's very close to all-time highs. What percentage? It is right now. The Dow Jones is only 1% away from its all-time highs. Things change fast, don't they? Very good. The NASDAQ composite broke the supply line. It broke horizontal line resistance, has filled the gap officially today, and is running. And you think it's the same thing, like 886 before it made maybe a reaction. So the 886 probably around what it is, $15,260. Probably think you'd rally there, because it'd be like some sort of shark or even a bat, right? Either way, if it's a bearish bat or it's a bearish shark, the 88% retrace is certainly the pattern completion zone. So you think there's room to run, especially being above critical levels back from July. Nice. Then your Russell 2000. You know, pulling back today. I mean, it's up 0.1%, but you know, this is just kind of nearing the top of the range again. It's been stuck in a range since the beginning of the year. And you think if this keeps up, it'll probably test the top, and maybe one day it'll break out. Or it'll break one way or another, because it's just like, look at that huge impulse and then just nothing for a very long time, most of the year, almost the entire year. Cool. And then we look at gold, that is just remaining trash. I mean, just another lower high. Oh, we're making the same lows. Okay, but you just, again, you can't break above $1,800 and hold it long at all. It's just, does it even matter if it starts rallying? I mean, who cares? There's so many higher yielding assets than gold. It takes far too much money to move this crap, and it seems so manipulated and just stuck. It has done nothing. Nothing since the buying climax August of last year. So we're talking 14 months. Only lower highs, lower lows. That's it.
Mitch, maybe they will care about crypto miner stocks. Look at CleanSpark CLSK.
Oh, the trade setup, right? CleanSpark, yep. Real nice. So gold, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's double bottoming. It's showing divergence. It's doing things that assets do traditionally before they rally upward, but it's just whatever, man. Great. Congratulations on maybe in 3 years it'll finally hit all-time highs or something. You'll be older, a lot older. While Bitcoin maybe is at 100K, gold finally hits $2,000. Then we can make more Peter Schiff memes. Okay, so just did the rounds a little bit, right? And I guess we'll just get into the requests. The like 3 requested. Wow, Euler. I thought it was going to be a stock. It's not. It's some. Why would you ever do this? I thought we were friends. Yeah, he requested, common retrace requested Euler, O-I-L-E-R. you're like, oh, that probably looks pretty good, right? Because it's oil or something, because its energy's killing it right now. No, like literally the inverse. There's nothing to do here. I don't even know. It's like all-time lows, and there's no structure. It's terrible. There's nothing I can do here, really. Oh, I could make some sort of scrub channel that really doesn't even matter. Just taking up space or memory. There you go. That's your life if you're oil to the USDC. This is called Euler. All right. So, wish we could spend more time on it, but there's no point. CoinGecko, dude. This is it. That's it. It's the only thing that exists on TradingView. What do you want?
Can we take a look at Dollar CeeLo?
What's up, Brad? Yep. Wu-Tang. Yeah, we'll look at that. Alright, we'll just look at Hex now, the next request. It's down 4%. But it's okay, because you got to see what's going on here. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Alright, Hex, remember, it couldn't hold that support and then dumped violently and bad. But we were just discussing Fibonacci extensions, and you have your M shape, and this is the literal bullish butterfly, 78% retrace on B and a lower high on C, key signature. Also, we get what's giving us the discernible butterfly, and at the pattern completion zone, yeah, you fell below it, intracandle, that's fine. But look how textbook and beautiful this bullish hammer is. That is, if that's not a bullish hammer, literally nothing on this planet's a bullish hammer. Okay, that is perfect. And now we're catching some nice follow through. And patrons, you were pinged about this earlier, but it was around 25 cents. There wasn't much of a support or anything, just psychological. But all we had was the fib extension. So let's see what this manifests into. If it's a big rally that would take the asset back up to major levels, 34 to 35 cents, right? The old inflection point. Because you only have a straight up and straight down now. So it could go straight up again to test that level, just to reject it, regarded as resistance for dumping lower, or breaking back above it and back testing it and then going to 50 cents again. Just don't know. So pretty cool to see what's occurring at the PCZ or pattern completion zone of this harmonic. It's pretty cool. What a hammer, man. What a bullish hammer. What's up, Paris, man? Okay. Yep, clean spar that was looking great. Looks still very healthy. It's up 3% today. Doesn't look like it's moved much, you know, in the past. I don't know, like, did it just gap up? No, I mean, it closed Friday right around 1574, and just a nice bullish engulfing candle today, and indecision on the last candle of the day. But yeah, this is what you look for. This is the dream stuff, right? Huge M shapes, 88% retraces. Reaction low, reversal low, confirmation low, and then breaking an inflection point, a zone of inflection, or above this $13.58 to $15 area, 26 bucks. This is it. That's all you got. Yep. So I think this is wonderful. I think this is in a long-term uptrend, and you've got a lot of upside on this. Patience, though, it's going to require patience. Very, very good. This is again a trade setup. I'm long on this. I have a position in this. I'm willing to roll the dice, man, on something like this. Value perceived areas, yeah. Okay, that's it. All right, this is the last request. Can you even believe it? We're 26 minutes in the stream. It's just like, talk about, what is it? Talk about birthday hangover. Even though I didn't even drink. Yeah, so CELO was requested, and as you can see, it has been unable to breach the zone of inflection. It upthrusted and failed late September, also failed too in early September, right, twice. But yeah, like it's trying to pivot and maybe really strong structure. wave structure maybe, you know, like an X, an A, a B, and then C could be happening right here. C to D wave would be insane. So I think it's all about the ifs here. Right, like if it successfully fails to break 661, 726, there could be a long way down to the bottom of the range.
Hey Mitch, can you look to one nut? Cheers, bro.
What's up, Ricardo? Batiste, thanks for the 20 euros. Yep. Someone had to have drinks, yeah. It just wasn't me, because I had those drinks the night before. At the Fennec now.
Bandolero Ferrer tipped $21.90. Hey Mitch, long time no see, smile, wonder if you can have a look at band. Thanks, Kings.
Yeah, we'll look at bands. Sure, thank you, man. Yeah, so you could just think, like, if this actually was a pivot point, I don't know, what if Bitcoin dumps? This thing's not going to break this. Bitcoin rallies, it may not even with Bitcoin dominance, but it's really hard to be like, time to go long when you're literally below the resistance, you know? But I'm just saying, like, what could be shaping up here if you're just using your mind, like, just being creative. Oh, man, like, at least a bearish Gartley, right? Minimum bearish Gartley. You're right around 939. What's up, Laszlo? Thanks for 20. Qualcomm, yeah, we'll look at that. Thanks. So no matter if it's a Gartley or if it's going to turn into a crab pattern, which PCZ would be insane, it'd be all the way up at like $15. You think there could be more upside if this pivot point's real, but you just don't know. You're up against a resistance after failing to break that resistance twice. Probably, I think a lot of it depends on Bitcoin. You know, the time to be like requesting is obviously, look, you know, harmonic right here, clear M shape, near the bottom of the range. Great times. And here it's like, it's just not as easy because you're at the high point of the range and you're not out of it. You're not breaking out. You're failing to break out.
Austin Lee tipped $22.21. I hope you had a great birthday weekend. Can we take a look at Airbnb? Thank you. 0.00597600 ETH.
Yeah, we'll look at Airbnb Austin. Thanks, man, for the 2221 contribution. The Ethereum. Thanks, dude. Keep your eye on it. I mean, you break 726 is off, man. It could go insane. Price discovery or something. Go nuts on this chart. I do like the higher low, but I'm also concerned about the inflection point you're below. So kind of mixed signal there, right?
CVNA on the daily looking like it's establishing new support at previous resistance. MACD starting to show positive. Decent entry.
Corvana? Well, look. Thank you, dude, for the 20. Dude, I don't know about Rose. Someone said Rose. I'm like, what? It was like slightly higher highs and starting to roll over, rounding out. Anyway, I don't know. What was it, VK Blitz? You said, I mean, log scale June 2017 to now. Yeah, what about it? It's like consolidating bullishly way up here in price discovery. Yeah, I think there's way more upside on Ethereum. Ethereum's my second largest holding of anything besides real estate. Stacking it like Bitcoin. Those two more than literally anything except real estate. So heck, man, maybe even more than Nvidia and index funds and mutual funds. Wow. Yeah, so I think it's got tremendous upside. If it can break, you know, the levels, like the all-time highs, price discovery re-engages and it goes to 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 plus dollars, man. But I think it's just like, we might just be in that period where Bitcoin dominance has to continue to rise. Bitcoin has to continue pumping. New money is flooding in the market. Is there an Ethereum, the ETF approval going on right now? No. I mean, this is all big. It's like all eyes are on Bitcoin right now. Just like last year, all eyes were on Bitcoin, and like no one cared about alts really. Not too much, right? And eventually, though, right, beginning of the year, things started shifting. All right, some money started coming out of Bitcoin. We had some dumps, and after those dumps for Bitcoin, the meta shifted for a while where altcoins were catching the love, right? And then Ethereum and Bitcoin started breaking out, started making higher highs, higher lows, consolidating, and then broke major inflection points, right? That happened after Bitcoin did this insane markup stuff, right? So just like this, you could be right here, but you could also be early. So don't like forget about, you know, patience is so important, because this market and all markets are designed to take money from the impatient and put into the hands of the patient.
Is that a joint?
Oh, not because Band, the crypto is actually pretty interesting and pretty good levels. It broke the resistance and stuff. So okay. So many donations in Litecoin. I wonder why the price isn't moving yet. You ever think that no one cares about Litecoin? Charlie Lee dumped his bags. Yeah, at the top for what non-conflicting reasons, whatever it was. Like, okay, you can say that all you want. There's also like a supply line too. Let me see if I can get like a I don't know. Just give me a sec. Yeah, you got yourself like a supply line too on this one. Where you got the anchor points right here and here, and you've up thrusted recently. We're talking literally, you see this 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row failing to break the supply line that goes from all-time highs and then the high from September 5th. You couldn't break it, not yet. But you think if and when it does, it will be really, really nice to see happen, right? Again, re-engage price discovery and then moon soon. Remember that time we identified Ethereum double bottoming on the monthly and the weekly? Yeah, we could go back to these streams and look at that. It'd be amazing. So there you go, BK Blitzman. All right, let's go to the next request, which was this. Oh yeah, this is the one where it was like, we don't know. It's a structure consolidation, but it could be bad, could be good. We didn't take a position. I mean, I'm saying, depending on what the price action does at these levels is going to tell you everything. Like, I think if this holds and pivots and it is staying above the level. Look, the old levels back from late March, you're trying to break and hold back above them, but the structure consolidation doesn't really look that good with lower highs and like slightly higher lows, more distribution going on than accumulation. And if it can hold this long enough, yeah, you'll probably go right back up to your all-time highs and maybe beyond. But if you can't, like, this level is so important, you know what happens straight down every time if it can't break, right? So if it up thrusts and fails here, there could be a tremendous amount of downside too. So to me, it's just, it could be at a level where it's somewhat strategic to set up a stop loss, you know, nothing below 20 cents. And if it holds above that 20 cent area long enough, yeah, it could probably be going to 30 cents, all-time highs and beyond. One thing we know is if Bitcoin dumps, it's screwed. And if Bitcoin pumps, it's not ensured that this thing's going to do anything. As of late, like, that's historically what's been going on. Recent history. Because Bitcoin dominance bottomed out and then confirmed that it bottomed out at value perceived areas. Wow, twice. All right, next one was not banned to the US dollar, but banned the stock. Can't believe it. Bandwidth Incorporated. Ooh, it's been nasty, but yeah, I can understand why you might be requesting it. Because you see, you know, it's going through a major correction right now. It has, really nice bullish divergence was on the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. Okay, anyway, so it'd be a bat, right? Yep, just a typical bat pattern. Not there yet, right? The 88% retrace, a little bit lower. Yeah, right there. Pattern completion zone is $67.82 and change, whatever, like right there, right around there. And so it got us, it's a 78% retrace, so you can catch a reaction here. I mean, yeah, obviously above 90 bucks could be really good. But you have to abide by the rules that if we have a, you know, a B point that's not 61% of the way, right, it's 40%. I mean, that's a bat. So the rule is that typically when these assets breach this B point and they're shallow, they normally, historically based on research, go to the 88% retrace, and you're just not there yet. But yeah, you can't say there wasn't some bullish divergence on the 4-hour and daily at the same time. This manifested into a reaction where you're rallying now. Might be because of, you noticed the macro, right? I think we've been watching the macro that's like on its way to all-time highs again, pivoting, and really big rally on the index funds. And okay, so maybe this one's catching that, but talking about harmonic rules, it's not quite there yet. Yeah, I mean 56.71, those areas down there seem really good for like inflection points. But yeah, let's see if it can hold above 90 bucks. It could have a nice markup. There's not much resistance on band above $90 to like 138. But that's all I got. I mean, remember, you don't have a confirmation low at all. So you're reacting at a maybe a 78% retrace because there was divergence, sellers were exhausted, but it's not, you know, until you make a higher high than your previous discernible high, which is from July 2nd, you're not in an uptrend, you're still correcting. So hey, it runs up, makes a lower high, stabilizes the 200-day moving average, and dumps again eventually. So I just, might be good to wait. It'd be prudent and conservative to wait. You have to ask questions here. It's like it's nice to get divergence, but that's not good enough, man. You gotta have more than that. Okay, Qualcomm. Yeah, Qualcomm that had bottomed out, it rallied, and now it's creating a harmonic. Yeah, it's like a bat, but it's like, is it an alternate bat? No, it's just a regular bat that went 100%, man. So if you, I mean, if you could hold 124, that's great and all, but sure, that's it. I don't know. Like, again, we have a reaction here. We don't have a reversal low, like confirmation lows. We're always looking for confirmation lows with bullish divergence. You had no bullish divergence on the daily at this level. So how do you even know without so you're reacting? There was no edge to even know that it was probably going to react there. We just knew it was a critical support, and it's held and it's above it for now. So maybe if you came back to back test it for a second time, it would give us more confidence to believe the bottom's in and it would rally. And the target, even from here, would be 145, the next inflection point. So still don't know if there's enough of an argument for an actionable long right now. I wonder the weekly. Weekly though is interesting, where the MACD bullish divergence is developing. And wow, you know what? The weekly looks really, really good because Qualcomm bullish engulfing candle confirmed last week, and maybe divergence. Dang, man.
Sensei, tell me what you think about Siri. It's a stock. Thanks for the information.
What's up, Turtle Cody? Oh, is he reminding me?
I like turtles.
We like totals and total Codys. Thanks, man. So the weekly is actually really intriguing. I think if this actually held and this ushered in a reversal, your target will be 150 on the weekly, right? That's it. Maybe it's like this is one bottom on the weekly and it's trying to confirm a second bottom on the weekly here, right? But you understand, if you do not hold 124, it is over. This thing is going below $100. That's what. So it's like, Wonka S. Hold or be destroyed. Really nice to see the weekly. Weekly is changing my mind a little bit, making it a little bit stronger of an argument here at this level, right? This going on. Divergence, engulfing candle, ice line. Sweet. All right. So this is going to be like this. Well, it was nice. It was really nice. And it's continuing upward, right? It's like We identified a bullish bat, bullish Gartley. We had the reaction. This is a textbook, right? Because we're looking at these harmonics and stuff, and they're just reacting. It's like, good for your reaction. Doesn't matter. You reacted, and then you reversed your confirmation low. And on your second low, you got bullish divergence. That's the key. That's the ticket. That's what you're looking for. This is a trade setup stuff, right? And so it broke the neckline, and the eventual target is a 100% measured move of the double bottom, 185 bucks. And it's on the way. It today bullishly engulfed. And at the same time, goodness gracious, hidden bullish divergence certainly developing and it's really starting to play out. Right? Impending price action continuation implied right here. So let's see it play out and hit the target. If it breaks that, 185 going to $200. Then eventually all-time highs of 220.
KDA/USDT thanks. 0.000326113
Cardano, man, or Cadena. It's the redneck version of Cardano. It's Cadena. Yeah, we'll look at it. Mitch Ray, thanks, dude. All right. That's it. Like, all I can do is it's not an actual entry area. It was at one time, but it's not anymore. It's well off that. But yeah, like if you're long on this, the daily is implying more upside. You're not overbought. Sitting close to the bullish control zone. It's not bad, man. Next request was Carvana, not Cadena, and not Cardano. Carvana. So clearly, what is it doing? It is below levels it needs to be above, right? It has fallen back into a range. That's it. Yep, there is some daily bullish divergence going on, and you're showing your first level of positive momentum since August 17th today. Up 0.65%, but still below the level. If you get back above $300, it'll probably be nice. I'll feel better about it. But like right now where it is, it's back testing the top of the range as resistance again for the today and Friday. So this is not an actionable area for a long on Carvana right now. It's just not. And you understand why, right? It just had an incredible run where it went from 225 all the way up to like 375 and is now selling off. Fell back in the range.
Y'all heard about Cadena. There's a good looker.
Thanks, Cadena. Thanks, Did. Wrong Euler, but you're the one that requested Euler, and I was the one that literally typed in Euler and showed you the options that presented themselves on TradingView. So you should be more specific if you want something different. I can't help it. I looked at the Eulers, and neither of those things you asked for aren't there. So I can't help that. Okay, we got Doge, apparently maybe Jonah across a creek or something. Well, I mean, it looks great. Doge actually, funny, poetically enough, it looks great. Doge looks awesome, even on the daily. Doge has presented us with a beautiful harmonic structure. It's making a higher low. Yeah, it's testing that 200-day movement average, but the 200-day movement average is up sloping. I love that. Your oscillators look fine. You know, you're very close to the bullish control zone. I think Doge upside, 36, 41 cents again. I think that's probably where it'd be headed. I think right now you could be painting, even discernible on the daily, sneaky higher low. So I think we're getting a type 2 reaction, and it's tremendous accumulation involved with that type 2 reaction. So being tamed by Bitcoin a little bit, but I love Doge right now. Technically, I don't give a crap about, the project and it's the future. Don't care. Just like I don't give a crap about Hex either. Only if Hex is showing us bullish things. Just like Doge, just like Google, just like gold, just like anything, all right? Doge looks better than most on this crypto market right now for opportunity for upside, where a lot of these coins are like, they're like double topping, you know, like at inflection points, and just it's crap, dude. Like, a lot of them just look like crap, and this one doesn't. This one looks incredibly good. Like, I'll just do the arrow, okay? Moon soon on Doge. Moon would be 36 to 41 cents. I know, I hate it. I hate that it's like, oh my god, I'm all of a sudden a Doge Moon boy. I'm not. I'm a Doge TA looking good guy. That's it. And before, the Doge Telegram people start brigading and they start using this place as as their Burning Man concert until Doge dumps again, then they're gone, just like Hex people, the Hex cult. So there you go, man. A lot of upside. I mean, it's like almost trade setup because the structure. Okay, look at the context. We know certainly. You're a psycho and you don't know what you're talking about. If you say that Doge is not in a long-term uptrend, it is. Too many consistent higher highs, higher lows over time. So it had the buying climax. Yes, Saturday Night Live. Oh my God, Elon, great. You've corrected. You've held support. Now you're done making lower lows, lower highs. You're now making higher lows. You're creating these M-shaped formations that can usher in major reversals where this thing can go, and I'm talking about do a full reset where it runs all the way to deep retraces from your all-time high to the lowest low of the correction. We're talking, it could go higher than this. Like the 786s and the 886s, 63 cents, 69 cents. This is where this asset could go. I'm talking about a major wave structure, an X, an A, a B, a C, and then of course your D. And this, what would this be? This would be like similar to bat behavior. You get it? Doge looks wonderful. Someone clip it. So when we get up here, it's like, yep, it's not. We just use traditional technical analysis to guide us here. That's it. No Telegram groups, no stupid Twitter posts, no Elon tweets, just harmonics and confirmation lows. Beautiful. All right, moving on. Next request was stock, right? Oh yeah. Sirius XM. Oh, it's been a while, man. Been a long while. Dang, dude. This is crazy, though.
Mitch, your opinion on GBTC and this new ETF environment. Will investors pull out of GBTC? Thanks.
No, because isn't GBTC converting into a spot price ETF of Bitcoin? Is that a rumor or is that confirmed? I don't even know yet. I thought it might have been confirmed today, and that's why Bitcoin like pumped and engulfed bullishly, and it's still valid. And just now, I mean, you were confirming $61,278 as support for 2 candles in a row right now. So okay. Someone back me up on that or refute it. Because that's like, beyond technical analysis with Mitch Ray is kind of, someone back me up or refute it. Because I'm normally like, well, if it's not traditional technical analysis and it's something speculative or new going on, there might be people out there that know a lot more about it than me. So, and a lot of y'all could be in this chat right now, It's confirmed. Okay, so there is forms of confirmation, sources that it is coming. So why would, maybe dumb money, maybe really stupid money, but if I was ever going to participate, when I had the option and the choice of having an ETF that is following futures versus an ETF that is following spot price, I would always go with spot price. But then if you gave me the choice of those two and then just literally the spot itself, spot price itself, where I have like the keys to the coin, I actually own it and I can put it in cold storage, I would always certainly 1000% go that route where I own it. I own Bitcoin, not let some institution that Bitcoin was created because these institutions were terrible and caused all the problems in 2008, and the government, certainly the government too, both. Why would you do that? It doesn't even make sense. It's like so dumb. Anyway, yeah, spot price always. But if you put a gun to someone's head and you say, hey, you have to, or if you put it in my head and you're like, you got to pick an ETF, you can't buy spot, you got to buy one that tracks futures and one that tracks spot, I would always go with spot, especially if it's Michael Saylor, because that man, He's a huge reason why a lot of this is going on. He's been an evangelical of Bitcoin. Imagine putting your money into someone else that didn't give, they probably called Bitcoin a scam, you know, a year ago, and now they're starting their own ETF of following futures. Screw them, dude. It's like bigger, it's like principle. All right, so here's Sirius XM Holdings. Look at this demand line. You know, going back to 2009, it is somehow still right there. It fell out. Yeah, COVID crash, welcome to it. Another bad drawdown in September last year. But somehow it's holding this demand line. Triple MACD bullish divergence developing on the daily. Ooh, it's real, isn't it? Yeah, look at this. 1, 2, 3 here. Imagine like Jamie Dimon, they're starting their own ETF for Bitcoin futures. Like, who would ever put their money in there? You must not know what's going on. So, oh, okay, I see why you're requesting it, huh? You're probably requesting it not because of what I just looked at, but this. We got a Gartley-Bartley here. Yeah, like 78%, 88% retrace. Look at this. Yeah, this is really nice. You're getting, this could be the shortening of the thrust right here, where you have one bottom, a second bottom, but sometimes on the second bottom, you rally and solve again. It's just a slightly lower low or the same low or a higher low. And it's just kind of like, oh yeah, pathetic price action. The sellers have tried so much and now they're just failing. They can't push the price down anymore. And there's a 2009 demand line that it goes back to. It's real. It's super real. It's been tested a lot of time and recently back tested, just like X was tested. And look at that rally. Yeah. So there is possibly actionable stuff on Sirius right now. Dang, man. Yep. And a 1618 fib extension B2C. That's pretty good right here. This could be a long opportunity. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this to post the trade setup, I guess. But what would our targets be? It looks like that would be a good target. 662 because, or 61, the high from March 2018, the low from July 2018. Look, the high from June 2020. Look, the high from December 7th. Look, a high from July 6th. That'd be your first target, right? So gotta get rid of that for now, just so easy. But like, there's like a level of inflection that goes back to 2017. And you're above it, and it was just kind of like, and this is kind of the actionable area for a long, right? Am I crazy here? It's pretty decent. Sideways, sideways, and all of a sudden 886. I think it's worth a shot. So what were we at that stop? Like 586. It's got to be equitable, right? So you can strategize, and so it's got to be 3-to-1. So it's right around the entry now. I mean, look, dude. One bottom, a second bottom, a third bottom, and you're exhausted. It's implied. It's shown. It's even on the RSI 3 times, man. It's like if it falls below $5.89, like who cares? You're playing the perceived exhaustion from sellers right here on the daily. That's what you're doing. So it falls below that. Yeah, maybe it goes to 576 and bounces, but you got like a reason here. You got an argument. I mean, then you just probably go with like C and A as your targets, 2 and 3 here. 3 right there. 729. That's like a decent way to size it up. And if you want it to be like, if you want to be a little bit looser, just because you're scared, you can go down a little bit more, like 2 cents. It's still equitable, 3.1 to 1. You get like kind of why this is pretty good. But it's a really sneaky demand line from the global financial crisis. There you go, dude. A way to size it up. It's the daily. And Bitcoin is now bullishly engulfing the previous candle. You know, it's at its highs of this 4-hour candle. Wow, dude. The strength of this asset is very real. And you are flirting with, we gotta go back to this support resistance. Let me publish this real quick. Remember, it's Sirius XM radio. So, oh, I'm along. Let's see what happens. Trend analysis, certainly. Like with a capital T, because of a 2009 demand line, it's holding again right now. Technical indicator, the triple bullish divergence, the shortening of the thrust at near a very major inflection point after it's tested a million times. Now it's going the 886 and stalling out. Sellers can't push it lower. And then in the chart patterns, harmonic patterns, certainly. So there you go. There's your argument for the publication. Welfare trades. Let's go, dude. Okay. All right, moving on. Moving on. Sometimes you get them, man. Sometimes you don't. Most of the time you don't. Like most requests are not going to be actionable for trade setups, but then occasionally you get those. Cadena, well, it's mooning. Oh my God, it's up 27%. Wow. Look at that. Right, hits an 8/8. This is what we're hoping for Bitcoin. This is what we want on Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin's presenting the exact same structure as Cadena. And it's reacted. Look at beautiful reaction. But the reaction was just some bullish consolidation before moon. And we're hoping with the on-chain analytics for Bitcoin really bagging up the argument for moon soon violate the living crap out of the 886, go to the 113% retrace at 70K, all-time highs. And then you're in price discovery. So then all bets are off. So this is what we're wanting to see on Bitcoin soon. And this would be like a $7,000 candle or something stupid. Nothing we can even say about targets here. You have to do this, I guess. You have to, I think you're exceeding the 1.618 from the previous high to low. No. Okay. Like, so you're thinking probably 321? I mean, your 1414 is upon you and it's at 298, $3. So there you go. That's all you got. This is like not a formal harmonic at all. There is no such thing as a harmonic with a lower low on C and then a fib extension. They don't exist. They're not real. So it's not anything. Okay. It was a shark. It reacted and then was violated, and that tells the picture, tells the story of the trend we're in. Stupid bullish. That's it. Cadena. Moon, dude. Moon. Rednecks rejoice. That was it, though. That was the last request. Boom. Roasted. Easiest stream of my life. Big man, it was harder yesterday on my birthday doing all these requests. So, right? Look. Hey, we just looked at that. It was the same thing. It's the same picture. It's Pam Beasley. Look. It's the same thing, right? You're at the 886. You're reacting. Kind of. Not really reacting. I mean, I think Cadena reacted better than Bitcoin did at its 88% retrace and 1.618. So let's just violate it. Remember, there's no argument for a short because there's not any edge on the oscillators on any time scale that's significant. The weekly and monthly are bullish as F. So even if you wanted to try to, you can't strategize a short here. You don't have the backing. You don't have the blessing of the significant time scales. That's it. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour real quick on Bitcoin so you can just really see what's happening locally. All right, these levels, this zone here, you see this gray area at top to bottom. These are pinpoint accurate touches on the daily back from March, okay? To the dollar, to the cent. So do you see what's happening? The bottom of that zone, this is $61,178.50 was the highest candle close of all time on March 13th or whatever. Look what we're doing. You have to be really zoomed in and see this. The last 4 hour candle, well, okay, 2 4 hour candles ago, what happened? You majorly bullishly engulfed. And it was because of some sort of, I think the GBTC announcement or something like that. It started pumping. Yeah. 2 hours into that candle. And so this last 4 hour candle, you've Since you sprung back above that major area of inflection, you now back tested it successfully once, and now you're working on it for a second time. And the second time's working on with 56 minutes to go, a bullish engulfing candle, and you are just dollars away and minutes away now from the highest 4-hour candle close since April, where you have to go all the way back right here, April 17th. Yes, April 17th, right there. So you'll be saying that until you breach above $62,429. So it seems like you got the candle low close that's being flirted with from April 14th and a candle high close from, April 17th. I think that's kind of it. And then after that, you got $63,450. But you can see, right? Like, look left and understand what's occurring. This level's being breached. Very good. It's incredibly good. This reminds me so much of doing the analysis on Bitcoin when it was at nearly $20,000. Where we would go back and we had plotted like the highest daily candle close ever. You remember this last, like, around not Christmas time, but a little before that, Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving Day dump. Hey, you forget all this. Like, I remember, like, memorize all these like dumps and pumps. Like summertime, the corn moon. Where were we? Right. Okay, this was kind of it, I guess. Yeah. Were you? Oh, yeah. You were back testing. $17,750 was the highest daily candle close of all time. Below, it was the second highest of all time back in 2017, 2018. Up here was your highest ever, 19,891. But that's what we were using, and this was a trade setup. And we strategized an entry because of holding that for a second time. Bullish engulfing candle, bullish divergence, supply line. You broke it, and then moon. It was gone. And another trade setup right here, the hidden bullish divergence and the RSI trendline breaking. It was so good. This was the Bitcoin crossing the Delaware with George Washington trade because it was on Christmas. Just as our founding father had to cross the Delaware to defeat the Hessians to turn the tide of the Revolutionary War, Bitcoin had to break its own. It had to cross its own Delaware to see freedom. All right? Beautiful. So, yep. And let me go to the daily so you can see what I'm talking about. Right there, you can see it. Okay, so we go left all the way back in time, and here it was. Right there. That was it. December 12th, 2017, and then after that you mooned, and that was the all-time high. So we knew if you held that, the upside potential was still great, was awesome, and it did. And we took action on the 4-hour. Okay. So you want to hold above these levels. You want to, and you are. You're holding above the levels looking left, just like you did in December. Well, just like you did in December last year. So it's not bad. This is still good price action. It's just at a deep retrace. It's at an 886. So that's it, man. I've been live an hour. I mean, 17 more likes for something. If you're out there and you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub, as we're just watching Bitcoin with less than an hour to go, and it could be poised for something spectacular. I mean, you're on the cusp of really great things. But yeah, we got to be in Bitcoin ETF starting tomorrow, so you know how that goes, man. El Salvador, dump. Bitcoin, futures in 2017, dump into the cycle, right? Just here we go again. They're just trying to create bull crap to try to dump the market, I guess, at this point. Oh, 420 target, is that what it was? On likes, dang, man, times are tough. Thanks for the 931 people here. Appreciate y'all. And oh, so we're going for 500 likes. Yeah, there's like 30 likes until 500. We could easily do that, man, like in seconds. I believe in y'all. About to dust off the Hay song. You're never gonna hear the Hay song again, says Heisenberg. Yeah, dude. Never again, man. You will have no expectations and you will be happy. Wait. No, you will own nothing and be happy. What was it? Okay, Klaus Schwab, get wrecked. So just have your alerts set up, man. That's all I can tell you. I mean, we covered the requests. I covered the markets. I think that, like, you know, some altcoins actually look better than others. Like, look at Band. Band is well off that 750 inflection point, making a higher low, and I think it looks good for 965 eventually, and then maybe it could keep going. I think WRX looks incredible. Look at this momentum shifting structure. Reminds me of Dogecoin. This one's very similar to Doge. It bottomed out, it's making higher lows, and now locally it's making even more higher lows, and it's breaking a neckline, a neckline of 128. So once this holds and market participants understand or gain understanding that this is the bottom, it has held in its support. 175 is the target, easy on WRX trade setup. I think there are ones like Binance going to look incredible, right? Like, I think you're going to $600 eventually. That's been the case. That has been the case. This is an active trade setup, much higher on BNB. Yeah, then others just suck, man. Like some are just like, what are they doing, man? Soul looks good. I think Soul looks really good, actually. All right, Harmonic,
How
Rallying.
about them Tigers, man? Got my 16 million. What do you think about
They're like universities like broke,
Heard
man. I
that's
don't know how
some
they
good
afford
stuff
that.
right there. Go Mitch.
Like, who paid for that? The boosters, man. The super entitled LSU boosters, man. Put all that 16 million in BitConnect. Oh, dude, be a great idea, man. Ask
Thanks
Trevon,
for the
whatever his
value,
name
Mitch.
is.
Would love to look at my baby of X.
AVX, yeah, man. We'll look at it. Sure, buddy. Thanks for 20. Keeping the stream rolling, you know. Sure. AVAX. And momentum shifted, certainly. It's been a nice run. It's below the levels. I mean, there's like a daily candle that it's trying to hold above. Dang, man. I mean, there is, like, you can't argue. There's hidden bullish divergence in development. And you're trying to hold above that high from February 11th. It was a one-time and all-time high. I mean, you stay above that, sure, it could go very well, but it looks like it's trying to spring back test the spring too, locally on a less significant time scale. I mean, there's kind of an argument for maybe momentum to continue upward, but it's not a value area. It's extreme premium. Alf, thank you, man, for the £5 super chat. Cheers, mate. Speaking of pounds or England, I bought some tea today. I haven't had one cup of tea in this new place, and I have an Insinkulator where there is instant boiling hot water anytime I want it, and I never use it because no tea. So now I've got tea on the way. It'll be here in a few days, and I'll be able to enjoy some. It'll be nice. $600 likes to be easy. I don't know about that, man. I don't know if y'all can do it. Seems like a lot of work, you know, these days. Yeah, dude. It's all about the ifs. Can this asset that's already marked up hundreds of %, can it hold this level as support and then go again? I just don't know. I've never claimed to know where an asset's, what it's going to do, but I definitely can claim that I know where critical levels are, right? Because all you have to do is look left for those. And then sometimes demand lines and all that. So it wouldn't be some sort of amazing value trade where there's like tons of upside. I don't know if you have how much upside you have. You know, if it holds, I think you could probably go all the way back up to $74. But if it doesn't, oh god, you're going down to 43.86, like 20+% downside. All right, now that was the last request right there. No, or BitConnect by Coach O. Just kidding. See here. So we're just hanging out on Ethereum where I think there is a lot of upside on Ethereum eventually. I think we're well off the, we've already, look, it was a trade setup posted at strategic entry areas. You're certainly not at those strategic entry areas anymore. You had your chance on Ethereum to be an awesome swing trader and to do things properly. It's now beyond that because we've already hit one target of the trade setup, right? And it exceeded it by one fib node and it's pulling back. But if Bitcoin is gonna really go to all-time highs and beyond, this thing will probably underperform. So the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart might suck, but not the US dollar, Ethereum to US dollar chart. It'll probably do really well. It'll probably just rally on up and test all-time highs soon. So it doesn't matter like if Bitcoin outperforms Ethereum in the short term, unless you're trying to trade Ethereum to Bitcoin. It's not smart anyway because it's hard money to hard money.
Man, can you please check XPR USDT, Proton, not Triple?
Oh, believe me, I know more about XPR than most people, right? Since...
What tea did you get? I recommend Early Grey, Sneering Face, HBD for yesterday.
Oh, what did I get? I got the, hold on a sec, I'll tell you. My Amazon. I don't know, I just picked it. It was, I was recommended this by someone I'm talking to or whatever. It is green tea, but it's called matcha green tea by Ito In. I don't know, dude. It might be gross, but I've been told it's really good. This is not for coffee. I'm never gonna. What gets me jacked is coffee. This is something that's gonna chill me out before bed. You know, it's like a non-caffeinated thing. So is that good or bad? Did I make a mistake? It's a Dex? Not tea? Really? Southeast Asia favorites? Milk Frothers? What is it? Milk Frother? I have one of those. Okay, anyway, y'all are saying weird things, I think. It's stronger than coffee, God. Okay, well then maybe I'll try it out, you know, but I'm gonna get some other green tea that's not gonna make me jacked. Okay. Who cares, dude? It was not expensive. Anyway, let's go to XPR again because XPR was unreal. Actually, it was too real. Yeah, it was beautiful. It's so strong. It's up 8%. And it's trying to break back above that high from March 19th. And all you can say is that the target eventually, if this keeps up, is 6 cents, 6.1 cents. The daily candle high close from August 16th, the highest candle close of all time. That's where you go. But this looks like Ethereum when Ethereum was at like $100 to $300. It was identified at its lowest point numerous times. It was even identified here too for the run up. So I mean, it's like, yeah, you had your chances. If you pay attention to the stream, watch, or you're a patron and you're paying attention, yeah, you had your chance to make life-changing money. Yep, sure. That's it. There's nothing more to talk about. Oh, thank you, S Plus, for the birthday wishes. Yep. It's wonderful. So you want to talk about like, I mean, measured move is closer to like 7.4 cents. Which I could see it in this market. Dude, pump, and then it's done. This thing's gonna lose 90% of its value at some point. I hope you all understand that. So please, this is not an investment. This is like, okay, one's taking an opportunity at low risk areas, and then eventually they will dump the living crap out of this and probably never buy it again for months until maybe something this beautiful shows up. But it would take a long time for something this good to develop again on this chart. But that's okay. That's why we can look at 1,000+ charts, you know. I just received a contribution, but it hasn't shown up on stream. That's weird. Oh, there it is. What's up, Danny? Yeah, Neo.
Danny tipped $26.98. Hey Mitch, can we check Neo? 0.145000000 LTC.
Yeah, Neo, like a big disappointment lately. I mean, it had its fun. It was doing like a lot of others. It's just your run-of-the-mill S coin, dude. I think it's one of the ugly ones. It's like, it looks like it's topping out some. It's okay. I mean, like, yeah, like I'm just like locally, I'm like, what are you doing? It's It's making higher. It's in a long-term uptrend. It's made a beautiful harmonic. I think eventually, if it's going to go to the aggressive targets, it's going back up to 136, 140. If big one's going to all-time highs, NEO will eventually go to 136, 140 again. It'll just be later. Can you be patient? And can you watch Bitcoin go to 100K or 80K and you're sitting in NEO and it's doing not that? It's not performing very well. Can you deal with it? Like, I think if you're patient and on a lot of these cryptos, like, if you give it like a month or two, you'll be up substantially. Because it's the whole macro, man. It's like the way it's been looking, so. But you can clearly see low, higher lows again for now. They're just going sideways. A little bit of hidden bearish divergence on the daily. Yeah, it didn't even get close enough to the PCZ of the harmonic, and that's that's why I never bring it up to patrons, because it's like it was almost there, but then it rallied, and maybe it goes down. Maybe you get to $30 and it's an entry for long.
High levels, but I've been in
Not yet.
sub $1. Just showing a bearish butterfly on 4 hours. Defi built on Bitcoin. Just want to hear your thoughts.
Sure, whatever. Fishhead man. He knows it's at high levels. Good. It's up 16% today. So what is it? Showing bearish butterfly on the 4 hour? How can it show a bearish butterfly on the 4 hour when it made a lower low on C? Impossible. You cannot have. It must be a higher low on C, and it's a lower low. So what? Fishhead. Or are you talking about a crab where the wave structure here is the X, the A, the B, the C, and then D, which if it broke all-time highs, then your target eventually for an actual crab would be like $4.20 PCZ.
Is that a joint?
At the top. Oh, I mean, whatever. It'd be like, it can't even see it on the daily, you know? Look right here. Okay, great. I mean, maybe if you identify that and that, yeah, maybe it did pull back there. It did react there. Yeah, sure. A butterfly. Yep. Did it react there? Yep. Butterfly. Didn't even hit the PCZ. Pathetic. But the PCZ literally is the highest high ever back from April 6th. Right there. So, okay. It's bullishly engulfing now. No bearish divergence or anything. So, I don't think it's very strong because you can't see it on the daily. And what was really strong was if it breaks 285, it's probably going to 420. All right, so yeah, nice identification here, but terrible performance, bearish performance. But yeah, you're right. At an inflection point, you see this, and well, from this, no, there's like no bearish ever. Well, it just depends on what high you're talking about. I don't know. This is not a good. It's not good market conditions to be shorting very much, man. To be shorting at all in crypto. So it's like, you know, we just want to be looking for assets back testing inflection points and support. That's what we really want to be looking for to go long because the conditions are bullish right now. They're not bearish. Now the conditions were really bearish. Yeah, man. Okay, yeah, nice. But it's just a reaction, and you know, there's no type 2 return or anything, and we know what happens. It could be a really strong higher low wave structure where it goes to price discovery and goes nuts later, like maybe next month or soon, right? Within a month, it'll resolve what it's doing right now. And that was like the last request, right? Yep, sure was. Okay. So back to Bitcoin for a moment. How much else to do today, chat? It's like you're still trying to do that thing, man. You're still trying to break and hold above March 13th high. And above that, there's just very little resistance. So are you working on a double top? Or is it just going to go? Is it got to be soon? Needs to be soon. I like how it looked like it was topping out and started selling off and just immediate bullish, rejection from the bulls, like not letting this price fall below $60,000, right? And this was an area again, right? Like a high from March 18th and a high from April 1st. We went and you tested that and confirmed support again. Like, I'll just say this. I cannot and will not be surprised if within the next few days Bitcoin goes berserk, upside, right? Goes to all-time highs. I won't be surprised. How can you be surprised with what it's doing right now? And all the on-chain analytics to back it up, man. And like, look at all the institutional like money inflowing in the past 2 weeks. It's like record levels.
CTX on daily.
What's up, Porgan Mage? Thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll get CTX. Sure, if you want. You ask for this every day, right? Cryptix Finance. The daily says, oh, just hanging out. I mean, right? Just hanging out at this level. There's no edge. Right, no edge, dude, on the daily. Lots of negative momentum. You haven't seen positive momentum since September 19th. I don't know, maybe if 2648 holds, it could rally from here. That's your daily. Maybe hidden bullish divergence could be argued on the RSI a little bit, like a low, the higher low, same low, lower levels negative momentum, or I'm sorry, lower levels of relative strength every time. But your negative momentum's at it, this keeps building, and there's no Japanese candlestick. Maybe if you were bullishly engulfing right now. You did bullishly engulf already though, and it's still valid. So I think you do need to go to the 4 hour to see, like, right? I think there's a level of inflection from September 16th that you're trying to hold as support again, but you're below that 200 moving average. Probably an M shape right here. If it can hold, I think the upside would be right here, 36.46 if this holds. I don't know if it'll hold. Yeah, it's very choppy, man. Very, very choppy. The good news is you held the support again at 23.30, and now you're trying to confirm the higher low, like one bottom, a second bottom, right? So maybe this confirmation low is real and it runs up to 36.46, then after that 44.41. You fall below 26.48, you're going straight down to 23.33. That's it, man. I don't know. It's not like that great. Like, there are better assets, of course. Believe me. It doesn't mean you can't pivot here and rally. Okay. Okay, so the coffee I got evidently is extremely caffeinated. Crap. Well, that's okay. I just won't drink it before bed. Thanks for warning me, chat. That's all I needed. Am I sure about Ethereum testing 3,300? Certainly not sure about that. No way. No. All I have to do on the 4 hour is pivot anywhere and make a higher low than 34.50 and just run again. Remember, like, this is an active trade setup on Ethereum that's hit one target, and so 66% of the position or 67% of the position minimum is still open on it. So I'm thinking higher prices eventually.
Dollar minus stock 88% retrace.
So, dude. Sure. I take it the Toronto Stock Exchange. I think we have a zone of inflection. That is above currently, right? You see this. Going back all the way to 2018, years ago. There it is. Right, it's been support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support. So if you're above that, a lot of upside. A lot of upside above that. I mean, I'm thinking like if it holds 102 to 110 long enough, I think the target would probably be 191. Just going back to that candle high close from February 2018. Look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Yeah, one time it didn't do that recently. So I think straight up again. Why not? Easy to strategize a stop loss. I would just won't be having their stop loss below 102. It want nothing to do with this asset below this inflection point. That's it. So it's pretty good. It's actually pretty freaking good right here. DMGI. Okay, we cool? Yep. Above 102, bullish. Below it, not really digging it that much. Okay, it was almost a good harmonic, but it was too shallow of a retrace and rallied. Got back above critical levels. 191 target. Okay. Oh yeah, Tesla. Moon. It did moon today. And this one's a trade setup, dude. And it's about to be at the target. It's beautiful. It was literally beautiful, man. There was a classic accumulation structure and development back in late August. Right, it was holding that 200-day moving average. There was hidden bullish divergence on the third higher low. You're at near an inflection point with that seller exhaustion, very real on a significant time scale. And as you can see, first target was near all-time highs, or pretty much was. And so now, there you are, boom. Probably tomorrow. You know, Tesla's some Momo stock, so Momo has shifted back to the bulls again. Yeah, very bullish uptrend. And it's getting whack. Yeah, Tesla and Doge. What a combination. Doge looks incredible right now. I can't even believe it on the daily. It looks so good. And Tesla did look good. So Elon's really happy right now. But hey, what about the other one, the other trade setup, right? AMD, baby. It was beautifully identified, right? First target is upon us. First target's the gap fill at 118.81. It was too perfect. It was beautiful. It was a confirmation low falling wedge above major inflection point. It was worth a shot. Very good. Pretty good set right here. Easy. So I don't know, man. Thanks for the 616 likes, but I don't know what else is there to do, man. I'm like, what do I do with my hands? Bitcoin is at a very critical area where, I mean, obviously I have no expectations about where this asset's going short term, right? Because it's like short term, man, anything can happen. Look, dude, like a almost $4,000 swing in price in one 4-hour candle yesterday. Like, I just think, okay, cool. So, I mean, you think long term, why do we have so much? Why do we own so much of this asset? Because we think mathematically it makes a lot of sense, right? Especially in this kind of world. What an inflationary environment, hyperinflationary environment, my God. So above 61,788, probably all-time highs, 65K soon. I just don't think, like, even on the, so daily, no bearish argument. Weekly, no bearish argument. Even if it does dump, it can happen, man. Like El Salvador, there wasn't really much of a bearish argument when El Salvador dumped, right? When the market dumped that day. Just like if, say, tomorrow dumped, there's really not a very strong argument for bearish, for something bearish to play out. It can very well dump it because, hey, we know there's a derivative coming out, an ETF for Bitcoin tomorrow. So sell the news event could happen again, right? But it wouldn't be probably because of technicals. It wouldn't be. So the 4-hour argument isn't even really good for bears. Like, there's no argument technically for bears right now, even if it does dump. Okay, cool. Just so we're on the same page. All right. So let's keep our eyes on these levels that are extremely important. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I really appreciate y'all. We're on like insane all-time high breakout launch stuff right now. So this is definitely a time to be paying attention. So I will be back. Next time you see me, it'll be Taco Tuesday. Could be Bitcoin at much higher prices. So until next time, respect the T. Hey.
gonna have a good. music eases the soul. Well, maybe that's because music, it comes from the soul. I've also heard folks say that music, it tames the savage beast. Well, I can dig that. Yeah, I think I can dig that.
I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.